an investor must understand that they probably will not be able to play the game well. They probably will not be able to decide how to move in and out of things. In order to be successful in the markets is more difficult than getting a gold medal in the Olympics. You wouldn't think about competing in the Olympics, but everybody thinks they can compete in the markets. But there's more money competing. It's like a zero-sum game, and there's more money doing it. And the worst thing you could do is think you can time all of these movements. I guarantee you the game's a tough game to time. We put hundreds of millions of dollars into the game every year, and it's tough. So what the individual investor needs to do is know how to diversify well. So the word that I would know how to diversify well and in a balanced way. The greatest mistake of all investors is to think that what has done well lately is a better investment rather than more expensive. And what has done worse lately is the worst investment, get me out of it, rather than it's cheap. And unless you know how to deal with the differences of those, which most people don't, they're going to be in trouble. So understand that wealth, total amount of wealth in the world, essentially doesn't change very much, okay? And that one thing goes up, another thing goes down. And to know how to diversify it in asset classes, to diversify it in countries, to diversify it in currencies, to know how to diversify that well so that you have wealth diversification is important. Do not think that cash is a safe investment. Most people think, look, I just want safety, and those bonds aren't giving me an interest rate and so on, so where do I get safe? Cash is a seductive investment because it doesn't have as much volatility, but it taxes you in your buying power about 2% a year. And so cash is almost always the worst investment. So you have to think about that. You should think a little bit unconventionally. Do you have a little bit of gold? Do you have a little bit of asset in case this monetary system breaks down and money's redefined? Do you have a little bit of that? I can't get into all the different ways that one can diversify well. I try to convey those things in my books or on posts on LinkedIn particularly. But I would say diversify well, be humble, don't market time, and be conscious of the dangers of.
If you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor, just hit like below and subscribe to this channel.